What's up, everybody? It's your boy Busy Blue, and I am here with my first recap and review of Grey's Anatomy. You guys, I have been loving Grey's Anatomy for a very long time. To be honest with you, I'm a TV lover. Like, I love. I mean, I was raised on TV, but I love TV. And I didn't really understand why I love TV until in college. And it was Grey's Anatomy that really helped, because I've loved Grey's Anatomy for a long time. But it wasn't until I think it was my girlfriend at the time who got me like the whole series, well, half of it, and then my mom got me the other half. And I watched it, and then I realized, yo, I'm like laughing, I'm crying, I'm doing all this stuff. I don't even know these people, right? The way that, sorry y'all, if y'all hear sound, it's my dog with his rawhide bone, and apparently it's stuck right now, so he's trying to get it. But anyway, just going through those emotions and understanding how a writer, this is when I like fell in love with Shonda Rhimes. And I remember when, at that time, this was a long time ago, I tweeted her and I was like, oh my God, like, you're so amazing. I can't wait to work with you one day, because I wanted to actually do writing at one point. And she was like, well, let me know when you're ready. It was an old tweet. Let me know if y'all can find it. It's a very old tweet. She told me that, and Candy told me that too. And I didn't go into any of those fields. But I just fell in love with that writing aspect. Hold on, guys. I can't have that on this whole time. It's easier to just let them out. So let's get into the episode though. So it starts off with Hunt, Amelia, and Hunt and Amelia. They're out. They're like, look, we found Megan. Megan is alive. When they come up to Megan, she's up with some, who are you? But she was just playing, because I was thinking, oh God, you know, typical. But it wasn't. She knew who she was. She knew who he was. She talked about being trapped. And she was treated very well. After that, we get Riggs. He comes in, and Riggs is like, you know, what's going on? He's trying to hug her. She's like, ow, I'm so like, ow. And he's like, well, what's going on? She took some shrapnel. First of all, you guys, I'm not a doctor. So don't look at me to be giving y'all the medical terms, the technical terms, or anything that has to do with the surgery. Grey's Anatomy does that have that hospital aspect. I'm here for the trauma. No, so don't look for me to tell y'all about bicranial anything, you know? But getting back to it, she took some shrapnel in one of the bombings that was happening, and it was in her stomach. I'm really queasy. It's very easy for me to just like, faint at the sight of blood. So some of those parts, I mean, child, we don't have to show them. But anyway, all of that was just like on her stomach, and her ab was just exposed. From there, we go to the hospital. You see Bailey basically talking to everyone. She was thanking them for, you know, what happened last season with the bombing and the fire and the evacuation, and making sure we got everybody out well. They could not go to the floors between 3 and 6. She talked about some, you know, some parts. She started off talking some parts of the hospital are going to be, you know, inoperable. Bailey said, she said the whole hospital. Floor 3, floor 6, floor this. She's talking about everything. It's like, girl, okay. Anyway, you see Arizona and Kepner. They talking about how she fired Minnick. It's basically like a catch up of what happened last season, how they fired Minnick. And then the lights fall down, and you know that's when Grey's Anatomy, the title comes up. After that, we get to Meredith, Maggie, and Shepard. Basically, she's just excited to be alive. She's helping out. She's excited to be alive. She's excited that Owen's sister is alive. She's wondering like, hey, they're wondering like, well, where are you? Should you be with him right now? Don't you think you need to be going to be with your husband? And she's just frantically like, oh no, I'm okay. Everything's going well. You know, it was a crisis when she was going, but she's here. But you know, now we're good, and then she she leaves. She was acting this way throughout the whole thing, and we kind of get to see why a little bit later. So from there we get to Megan and Riggs, and they're talking, and basically she wants to know like, yo, how's your love life? Who you been talking to? Have you been dating? What's going on? Then Grey comes in. He doesn't really say anything. They don't really say anything about it. So he was like, yeah, I did meet someone, and she's like, well, who is she? And he's like, well, she's not you. So that goes away. After that, you know, we got the whole everything. My thing is, they show us the hospital, all these patients and stuff. Girl, okay, Bailey, because you're running the hospital, so I gotta talk to you. They know other hospitals in the city. I know there was like a merge and stuff like that, but they ain't nowhere else for these patients to go. Oh, y'all can't use most of the hospital. Y'all can't use most of the hospital. There ain't nowhere else for them to go. My God, and I was thinking all these things cramped up in this one room because they can't go to floors 3 through 6. Just ridiculous. Anyway, you got Bo, he going through with all his pain, and you know, she's like, look, I'm gonna figure this out. I know what's going on with you. I'm gonna be able to do it. That shepherd, I know what's going on with you. I'm gonna figure it out. Da 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 da. So after that, you see Bailey, Weber, and you know Meredith. They're looking over her body and everything that's happening, that's going on. It's like, look, I see what's going on with her. They're looking over Megan's charts. It was like, look, I know exactly what's going on with her. I can do it. And people, they both look at Meredith like, what, girl? What you mean? You can do it? I think they were looking at her like that because one, this is Owen's sister, you know, which is your dead husband's wife's husband. You know, don't you think you need to not be doing it? But Weber was like, well, there's no way we can fix this. And she was like, yeah. Meredith said, yes, it is, because you taught it to me. So they go from there. You see Grey. She talked about she about to reproclamate the abdominal wall. I had to write it down so I could give y'all a little bit of you know, medical terms. She reproclamate the abdominal wall, and they're just nervous, and Dr. Weber's like, look, we don't think that we can do the surgery, Megan. There's another way that we can do it. And you know, Meredith feels confident. She's like, but we can. And Megan's like, well, you know, I don't want to have an exposed wound when I go back to Iraq. And everybody looking at her like, what you mean? Megan, excuse me? Okay, what'd you say? And she's like, well, you know, I gotta go back. You know, I'm sorry, but my child's there. Bitch, what? You got a kid? And at first I'm thinking to myself, wait a second, we gonna sit here and talk about who we shouldn't be hiding Meredith from or whatever, but you got a whole baby? Apparently it's not her child. The boy's name is Farouk, and he's basically a refugee, and she's trying to adopt him, and it's just making it a very hard process. So she's like, look, I gotta get Farouk. I couldn't bring him back. I gotta go back to get him, and I don't want to be walking out there with my guts falling out. You know what I'm saying? So we move on from there. We see Meredith and we see Riggs, and he was like, look, you don't have to do this, Meredith. And she's like, I know. And he was like, well, don't you see the thing that it's a conflict of interest? She's like, she's not my family, you know, so I don't have a problem with doing this with her, doing the surgery. But they don't really talk about the whole, well, that's my, you know, so we leave it alone. Then we see Warren and Wilson. They're staring at basically what's happening in the house. What's happening in the hospital. They're correlating everybody that's, we see Warren and Wilson. I always get her mixed up. I don't know why. But she's staring at the board, and she's like, Warren tells her, like, look, are you upset that all the floors in the hospital, my God, we don't got nowhere to do our job? And she's like, no, like, did you see what happened to Steph? Did you see her? And he's like, yeah. She's like, well, I don't know. Are we going to be able to do it? You know, what's going to be happening with us? Like, what, you know, it's just so much going on. He's like, well, I don't know what you want me to tell you. Because she's like, well, who am I going to be competing with? Who's going to tell me that I need to take a shower? All these things Steph used to do. Now who's going to help me do that stuff? And he's like, well, I don't know, but you need to take a shower. He walks away. So then you see Karev and Wilson. He calls Wilson over and is like, look, I got a patient for you. So then she follows him. You see this cute, adorable little boy playing with the cars. And she reads his chart. His name is Max. And he's having abdominal pain and vomiting and stuff like that. And when he looks at her, he picks up a comic book. Are you a Laura? You know, the warrior, you know, the warrior queen and stuff like that. He gets really excited. He had the cutest and adorable face ever. Is this you? Okay. And Karev was like, yo, don't blow your cover because she's going to be doing your operation. And you know how they be feeling about getting an operation. Like, oh my gosh, is you serious? You going to get this stuff? You going to get this operation? So then we get from there. Then you see Bailey and Weber. Bailey basically talks about these interns. Y'all, I know people didn't like Minnick, but I liked her. Can we bring her back in some capacity? I mean, if what I'm about to say, if they could come back, we definitely need to make sure that we bring back Minnick. I liked her. She gave me life. She gave me everything that I needed. So anyway, they talk about Minnick had hired some sub-interns, and now they're here. They're very smart. Weber's like, well, I didn't know because, I used to ignore her, so I don't know why. She was a little annoying at one point, but I actually really liked her. Anyway, we go on from there. We go to Meredith and Megan. They're talking about the pre-op that Megan's going to be having. Megan is real cool. She's gossipy. She's like, well, what's going on with you? How do you know Owen? Owen's marriages. Which wife did you like the most? And which one did you like the least? And why? And then Owen comes in and she's like, well, who is, Riggs dating? You need to tell me who was he dating? But it was Meredith, so they can't say anything. So we basically go past that. From there, you see Weber and the interns. He's walking around the hospital trying to show them everything that's happening. The girl Candace behind him repeating everything that's going on in the phone. This is the right wing. This is the right wing. This is where all the operations. This is where all the operations. It's just annoying. It's like, Candace, go that way, okay? Then Kepner comes in, boom, rushing in with a body. We got his 242, C48 post cranium, whatever. Coming in, just urgent, moving. Everybody moving and shaking. Then Weber's like, yo, do you mind if we watch it? She's like, look, as long as you stay out the way. She come in here, boom, slicing, dicing. You know what I'm saying? Ready to go with the patient. She's slicing, dicing, blood everywhere. Candace, okay, the repeater of the group, starts to scream. One person faints. Because these are interns. One person faints. Candace starts to scream. Everybody just going everywhere. And she's like, you need to take them out. Kevin's like, you need to take them out of my OR. So anyway, we get to Owen and Megan. And basically he's like, look, I'm just excited that you're back. This is his sister. He didn't want her to, be hurt or whatever. She's like, look, I'm okay. And I was going to be okay. I just want you to do anything to come back and bury Mary Beth. Who is Beth? I don't know if we had her here before and I just missed her. But y'all, somebody put that down in the comments who Beth is. And then she asked for ice blended mocha, which made me want ice blended mocha. Only give me one too. Because right now I'm just drinking black coffee. After that, we get to Arizona. She's outside Minnick's door. In the same way I would be. Come on, girl. We know you got fired, but I still love you. She's supposed to let me lick your wounds. This lady was walking by like, excuse me. Then the door is able to open, so she opens up the door, and there are moving people there, just like taking the stuff. And Minnick's nowhere to be found. So I think she got up and she's just like, look, I'm leaving. As Owen is waiting for his to get the ice blended mocha for Megan, Teddy shows up behind him. No disrespect against Teddy, because I like Teddy. But if Teddy could come back, y'all should never have fired Minnick. We got enough people on the cast anyway. Moving on from there, you see Bailey and her husband again looking at the people fixing stuff. They're correlating everybody who fixed stuff to people in the hospital. This lead scrubby, and whatever. After that, we go from Avery and Megan. Basically, Avery is checking out Megan. I think he's going to be doing some plastic stuff, whatever. Shepard walks in asking for Avery. And he's like, okay, what's going on? She's like, well, I'm going to be presenting the patient. I need to get her. She's just very here. And Owen's like, okay, well, this is Teddy. Oh, yeah, we talked to the phone. I met you before, girl. Hey, girl. I got to go. So everybody's just looking at her real strange because she's just giving off this vibe like, yo, I don't want to be bothered, and things are gonna work itself out. After that, we see her presenting the kid. Nobody wants this operation to happen, and I think she's trying to. Well, I'm gonna get to that later. Nobody thinks this happening. Avery said this is inoperable, so you need not to do it. From there, we see Wilson and Warren. They're talking. Warren basically is starting to see that, look, she needs a new Steph, and I'm not going to be the new Steph, so you need to not be looking at me to be her. Like, look, we can be friends, we can be cool, but I don't think I have the emotional stability in order to process your fucked up life. Okay, so you need to go somewhere else with that. After that, Weber, he basically walks in with some of the interns, and she starts to show them what's going on, and everybody's looking at this. Is so it's so true to what's happening now. Like, everybody's looking at their phones, taking the notes. I remember when I first got to college, I was a pencil and paper person. Even when everybody's just pulling out laptops, it's just like, I would be so amped to just go somewhere else. And if somebody's text message came in, you could know I'm not writing notes anymore. So, but everybody's looking down at their notes. And Weber's like, look up from your screens. Here you go, Candace. Cannot, no you cannot. Okay? Put your phone down and pay attention. Anyway, we go to the cab. We see Kepner in Arizona talking about their, broken love lives. Kepner is upset because she really wants to be with Avery. And then you have Arizona upset because Minnick left. And I'm upset with you too, Arizona. Like with you, not at you. And then you see Avery. He actually comes in. He says, by Maggie. He comes in and he says, by Maggie. Maggie, she get overwhelmed with the butterflies. Like, oh, you look perfect. I mean, sorry, let me go. She's sitting up knocking in the chairs, bumping into people and stuff. So she had to go. So then after that, we see they're showing Megan what her expanders is and stuff like that that's going to be working on her operation. And we have Teddy and Owen. Teddy, Owen's he's hyperventilating. He's nervous because his sister about to go through surgery. He's like, look, we just found her. She's safe, and now she's about to go into the surgery, and I just want to make sure she's okay. And he starts to hyper. Y'all know how Owen do. Starts hyperventilating, going crazy. And Teddy's like, you need to put your head between your knees. Okay? He starts talking. He's like, look, I'm just nervous, and I want to make sure she's okay. And Teddy's like, look, I'm going to be here throughout the whole thing, so you don't even have to worry about that. I'm not going anywhere. As that's happening, Shepard walks by, and she look in, but she don't say anything. She moved back. She going through her own demons and stuff that's going on with her. Again, we cut back to the hospital. Bailey got her shoes off now. Eat ice cream. Was that Talenti? Eat ice cream with her husband as they watch the people move the stuff together. Again, y'all, they correlate everybody to people who work in the hospital, which I think is really cool. From there, you see Maggie and Meredith. They're talking about Farouk, like, where is he? Everybody else is in the room. We got Teddy in the room. We got Owen in the room. We got Riggs in the room. Everybody's talking about basically what's happening. And then Teddy asks Riggs, like, yo, so are you going to move, to with her? And they're like, oh, let's go outside. So when they go outside, Owen's basically telling Teddy, like, look, Meredith is the person that he's been dating. And we don't want Megan to find out because she's doing the operation. Here Teddy go. I mean, but that's inappropriate. You don't think that's inappropriate? Da-da-da-da. Then further not minding her business, I guess I give it that to her. She comes up to Meredith while she's in the hallway and is like, look, it's not appropriate for you to be operating on her. Because I know, they done gave me the behind the scenes. You should be operating. And here goes Shepard. Bitch, this my husband. She didn't say it like that, but that's my husband. That's my family. You don't advocate for or with them. I say what's supposed to be saying this shit. Here go Teddy. Well, bitch, you haven't been. Okay? Don't tell me who I'm supposed to talk to and advocate for because I done been here all day. I ain't seen you once. Well, I got a patient. You also have a husband. Okay? You're married. What you need to be doing is taking your frantic ass from that patient and going to see if your husband and his sister's okay. Don't come to me talking about what I can or cannot do with whom. Child, Teddy, walk away. And Maggie, she was sitting at the desk as all of this was happening and asked Meredith, well, who is that? And Meredith, that's her person. We still doing that, y'all. Christina is gone. Well, I guess she wasn't because when Teddy first came up, Meredith was like, oh, look at Teddy, Christina got a little article. They're still trying to keep her alive. Okay, I see you, Shonda. So then after that, we go into the operating room. Karev and... Oh, why is her name escaping me right now? Basically, Karev and somebody else was they're operating on the patient. The one that she had just... Oh, Wilson. Karev wasn't operating on the patient, and the interns come in. Shepard was like showing them what was going on with the patient. The intern was like, okay, 2 at a time. Weber was like, 2 at a time. The interns, y'all can come up. Y'all can see what's going on. The boy glasses fall all the way into the person. All the way in. Just into the person. And it was just everybody. So even I was like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Which is what everybody said. In the operating room. After that, they take the glasses out and she tells everybody, y'all need to get out. From there, we go to Shepard and DeLuca, and this is where it really, we understand where Shepard's coming from. And she's like, look, I'm going to be doing the surgery. It looks really bad. And then DeLuca's telling her, like, look, what's going on? You seem like you're okay. Have you been sleeping? And she's like, look, no, I haven't slept, okay? My husband's sister came back, and my brother is not here, okay? So, no, she's going through, I think she's going through this situation now where she's trying to, y'all know when Meredith had that phase, she's trying to save everyone and going through all this stuff because they're not giving themselves a chance to process these deaths or what's happening in their lives. And I think she's trying to save the unsavable because she couldn't save her brother. So Avery comes in and he brings in this black woman and is like, look, you see this operation you about to do? I done tried it already. And let me show you what happened. Y'all, he went from the girl having a little scar to she didn't even have a jaw anymore. Whole face was just sunken in like this, like that. And he's like, if you want to do this to that person, then let it happen. But I don't want to ruin that person's life like that. I kept trying to take away the tumor more and more and more and more until now the girl can't even speak. Don't do this to the person. After that, you see Weber, Karev, and Kepner talking. They came to complain. Okay, Karev and Kepner was like, look, these interns got to go. They get up the rotation. And Weber was like, bitch, what? Y'all were 2 of the worst students. Karev, you got in here about the skin in your teeth from that whack-ass essay that you wrote and all of us complained. Wasn't you just in jail? Okay? And then he talks to Kepner like, bitch, wasn't you fired twice? I mean, didn't you fella was fired twice? Okay, running now down at the altar and stuff like that. But now you want to talk about who need to do what, when, where, and why? If y'all don't get on my face and go do some work and let me train them, I raised you. Okay? You are who you are because I made you who you are. And I'm going to do the same to them, and I don't need you telling me who, what, when, where, and why. And they don't left. Dr. Betty, she was sitting in the corner, she was watching, she came up like, bye. You did that. And he started to yell at her, you can't teach these interns. You can't teach them. The crazy don't understand it, they don't get it. So he's mad at her. Anyway, after that, you see Teddy, you see Riggs. And it was like, look, you need to tell her. It's inappropriate. You need to tell Megan that basically Meredith was the one you was dating. It's inappropriate. Y'all can't be just dating. You can't just be dating anybody you want to date. Like, this is not, no. So, Maggie over here, she come out the bathroom minding everybody's business but her own, as always. So, well, you know, I wish I would have known it. I needed stuff and you need to tell your, because this is why it's important. Bitch, go mind your business. You sitting here running away from Karev, but now you got so much stuff to say. I mean, not Karev. You sitting there running away from Avery, but you got so much stuff to say about somebody else's business. Mind your own. And then after they left out, Teddy took some way to say, you sleeping with her too? Teddy, this hospital ain't changed that much, bitch. You know everybody was sleeping with, they've been slobbing on everybody now, been swapping fluids since the first season of Grey's Anatomy. Don't be trying to make it seem like, wait, hold it, you know how it go. This is the same hospital, just a little bit merged with more people that we can sleep with. From there, you see Meredith and Karev talking. Meredith, she's questioning like, yo, why did I even take this case? I don't know if this was something I'm supposed to do. He's like, look, you want to save her. You know, you're still trying to go through that saving thing. And Meredith's saying like, well, what about you? You know, Karev trying to sit here, act like you don't like Wilson. We know why you done gave her that girl that surgery, because you're trying to get her back. You know, giving her a little sweet little nothings. Like, yo, I give you a, you know, post-abdominal surgery op, you know, to get you back. From there, we cut to see Riggs. He's like, look, you know what? I'm about to go tell Megan. I have to go. So he goes into the room to go tell her. Boom. Meredith already there. And Megan was like, well, can you close the door, please? Because I'm going to get to you in a second. They continue to have the conversation, and he's like, look, Megan asks, do you like him? Do you love him? And she's like, look, I had one love in my life, and he's gone. Okay, he was ran over by a truck. And then she's like, look, are you a mother? Where is Zola? Okay, anyway, she said, are you a mother? She said, yes, I am. She's like, well, I need to get back to my son. I need to get back to Farouk. Okay, he is waiting for me. And then they both agreed that Nathan, Riggs has good taste in women. After that, you see the hospital again. They're looking at the people who fix the hospital. Then you see Shepard. She's now continuing with, she still wants to continue with the surgery. She's telling the man, like, look, I'm going to be able to get this tumor out. Don't worry, we're going to be able to fix it. This is the only thing she's worried about. She's not worried about her husband. She's not worried about her husband's sister. She's not worried about nothing. I'm going to do the surgery. I'm going to be able to get it out. She's still trying to continue with it. And DeLuca looking at her like, girl. We start to get to Megan's surgery. And, Meredith, boom, in there. Boom, boom. As all of that's going on, we see Arizona at the bar. People just walk up to her, open their legs. Okay? Arizona, teach me your ways. Okay? Because it's hard out here. And all you doing is sitting there having a drink and people coming to open it. Jesus! Tell me what you do, old master. I'm here to learn. Then we also have Wilson at the bar. DeLuca walks up. And here go, I'm in love with such and such, and I'm in love with Alex, and I just can't, let's not make this weirdness. And he's like, bitch, I wasn't even coming talking to you about that. I wanted to talk to you about Shepard, but if this all the stuff you got to say, then, okay, I get it. And he walks away. The intern who came up, and put his glasses into the person's stomach, he's like, look, I just want to buy you a drink because I want to apologize. Here go Wilson again, over giving information, talking about, my friend died and she would be telling me to do what I don't want to do and I not do, and just too much. After that, Meredith starts to talk. I'm not going to say what she said, in hospitals, we like to, how they do it again. They go into the room like, yo, Meredith, boom, she succeeded. Surgery here. Boom, we got it. Yes. Let's keep going. Let's go down and see what's going on. She's about to close up right now. Then we cut to another scene. Arizona and the lady that she just met at the bar was, doing the do. Okay, in the floor. And then DeLuca walks in. He's going upstairs. As he's walking upstairs, random lady is like, DeLuca? And he's like, what? Then they start to argue with each other. I don't know what languages it was in, so put it in the comments if y'all know the language. Boom, just talking. Arizona sitting there like, what is going on? From there, you see Wilson having sex with glasses dude. Okay, just the glasses was falling on her. Oh my God, what's going on? After that, we come back to the scene from the hospital. Everybody's going into the operation room, and Meredith is just standing over the body, shocked. And we's like, well, what's going on? So then Rick puts the button like, yo, Meredith, what's going on? Meredith, what's happening? Meredith, what is going on? Meredith yells, there's not enough tissue. Okay? I can't close it. Okay, she was worried about an open wound. Girl, it's still open because we can't even close it. Y'all, it took me, I was gasping. Whew, that was the end of the first episode. There's another one. I'm going to watch and review that. Y'all tell me what y'all thought about that. Put your comments down. What things do y'all think I should change up? There's a lot of characters and a lot of moving parts of Grey's Anatomy. So if there are other reviewers that you guys know, send those to me. Maybe I'll watch those and try to get with those. I really, really love this show, so I want to make sure that I'm doing it justice. Tell me what y'all thought about this episode. Put it down in the comments. Like this video. Subscribe. Y'all know what I'm giving, and I'm going to be giving more. If you would like to know more about me and what's going on, you can find me. You can like my Facebook page, The Busy Blue. You can also follow me on social media. I'm on Instagram and Twitter at Busy Blue. No space, no E. I'm about to go finish the second episode, and I'm going to get that one up a little bit later. Alright? Stay busy. Till next time.